Today, in a special hour-long live edition of Total Maine, a gunman charges the White House Correspondents Dinner. The chaotic moments you see here. Moments from now, what we know about the suspect. Also, a live report from our Washington bureau. Correspondent Jackie DeFusco was in the room when this happened, just feet from the FBI director when these moments played out. And new reaction to that shooting from members of Maine's congressional delegation. Our expert panel from the In the Arena podcast is joining us live in studio with analysis. Plus, ahead of the June primaries, meet the Democratic candidates looking to become Maine's next governor. Shanna Bellows, Angus King III, Troy Jackson, Hannah Pingree, and Nirav Shah.
This is Total Maine. Here's your host, Terry Stackhouse.
Well, hi there. Good Sunday to you, and thank you so much for joining us for this special live edition of Total Maine. I'm Terry Stackhouse. This morning, federal authorities are searching the home of the man who is in custody after shots are fired during last night's White House Correspondents Dinner. This is the first time during President Trump's 2 terms that he has attended this event. Here's what we know so far. It was just after 8 p.m. A man charged a security checkpoint, as we've now seen in that video, at the Washington Hilton Hotel. Then, gunfire is exchanged between the suspect and law enforcement before the man is stopped by Secret Service. Now, it is worth noting here, in no time did that suspected gunman enter the ballroom himself. The president, first lady, vice president, and other high-ranking officials and cabinet members at that dinner, they were rushed to safety. A Secret Service agent was injured but has been released from the hospital. Here's President Trump speaking at the White House shortly after all of this.
The fact, we were sitting right next to each other, the first lady on my right, and I heard a noise and sort of thought it was a tray. I thought it was a tray going down. You know, I've heard that many times, and it was a pretty loud noise. And it was from quite far away. He hadn't breached the area at all. They really got him. But so it was quite far away, but it was a gun. And some people really understood that pretty quickly. Other people didn't. I was watching to see what was happening. Probably should have gone down even faster. Melania was very cognizant, I think, of what happened. I think she knew immediately what happened. She was saying, that's a bad noise. And we were whisked away along with other people, but we were really whisked away. And again, the performance of the Secret Service and the police, all of the law enforcement, I thought was really good.
And our panel of experts from the In the Arena podcast are joining us live now in studio here on this Sunday morning. We're going to get to our panel in just a moment. First, so gentlemen, I want to show you this. Senator Susan Collins and Congresswoman Shelley Pingree are now reacting to that shooting from last night. Senator Collins writing, "I am thankful for the swift, life-saving response of our brave Secret Service agents and law enforcement to the frightening gunshots at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. I am relieved that the President, First Lady, and attendees at the dinner are safe, and that the Secret Service agent who was shot was wearing a bulletproof vest, and according to the President, is doing well." Congresswoman Shelley Pingree saying, quote, "So grateful to hear that everyone at the White House Correspondents' Dinner is safe and thankful for the swift response by law enforcement." Our In the Arena panel again, they're here with us live on this Sunday morning. Celebrating the First Amendment, this is an annual event and a big occasion because the president is actually attending this year. This certainly was not expected.
It's an unusual event, to be sure, just as it exists in that, particularly when you have an administration that's been so openly hostile to the media, to then have them trying to break bread together. It's something that sort of gives you a little bit of hope that says, look, they're at each other's throats a lot. However, perhaps there's a chance for people to talk things out. But when I heard about the shooting last night, it's one of those situations where it's shocking, but somehow not surprising because of the rise in politically targeted violence. Ethan, what did you feel when you heard about it?
Yeah, you know, first and foremost, thankful that everybody was safe and that Secret Service did their job. You know, obviously, a lot of this comes back to access to guns in America. It's too prevalent, it's too easy for people to get a gun. But they knew what they were doing there. They protected everybody. There has been a lot of political violence. There's been too much political violence, and we really, I think all of us have to call on our leaders to try to tamp this down and try to say, look, no more of this, whether it's right or left, Democrat or Republican. There's just no place for it.
Phil, what do you think?
Yeah, I think, first of all, we have to remember that the Washington Correspondents' Dinner is a fundraiser to offer scholarship to journalists who want to pursue a career in the media. And somehow this has turned into what appears to be a very volatile environment wherever the president is. I think the security needs to be on guard that someone's going to try to take his life.
And the president wants to hold this event again try it again within the next 30 days. He also used this as an opportunity and in a statement within the last hour or so calling for the completion of that new ballroom at the White House.
Yeah, he was making remarks last night about, well, this proves the need for a secure facility to hold events like this. You know, I suspect that's not necessarily going to convince anybody that wasn't already, Phil, thinking, oh gosh, we have to have this fancy ballroom.
Talk about making an opportunity out of a crisis.
Yeah.
You know, this is the same hotel where President Reagan was shot as he was leaving remarks at the Washington Hotel. It's not lost on those of us who've been in Washington. That is a place where a large number of people can gather. And obviously, it has some security vulnerabilities.
All right, we're going to pick up in this conversation in just a minute. But first, though, we know that President Trump, members of his cabinet, they were attending this. They were not heard. Washington correspondent Jackie DeFusco is joining us live now outside of the Washington Hilton Hotel. Jackie, good morning. We're glad that you're safe. We so appreciate you joining us. You were in the hotel. You were there at the time of this shooting. Describe to us what you saw and what you heard.
So initially, Terry, there was just a whole lot of fear and confusion as we heard what we now know was a series of gunshots inside of the Washington Hilton Hotel last night. My colleagues and I ducking under dinner tables as we saw hundreds of people do at this moment as the Secret Service simultaneously was rushing in towards President Trump. And you can see some of that in this video here. Vice President Vance getting cleared out of the stage, and President Trump as well, as members of his cabinet were also scattered all around the room among thousands of attendees at this White House Correspondents Dinner. Now, meantime, in the lobby outside of the ballroom, that's where this man armed with guns and knives charged a security checkpoint. And authorities say that the gunman was quickly tackled by Secret Service. One agent, however, was shot in a bullet-resistant vest. Thankfully, he's now recovering, according to the president, and no other attendees were hurt. Now, sources tell our National Investigative Unit this morning that the suspect is 31-year-old Cole Thomas Allen from California. He is now facing 2 firearm-related charges, including assault on a federal officer with a dangerous weapon, and is expected in court on Monday. DC police, we heard from last night, they say he believed this person was staying at the hotel and he acted alone. Motive, of course, still under investigation this morning, but authorities, according to the acting attorney general, believe that the suspect may have been specifically targeting members of the Trump administration. President Trump, also speaking last night, had this to say at a press briefing at the White House.
This was an event dedicated to freedom of speech that was supposed to bring together members of both parties with members of the press. And in a certain way it did, because the fact that they just unified. I saw a room that was just totally unified. It was in one way very beautiful.
And of course, unfortunately, President Trump is no stranger to threats like this after particularly that assassination attempt we saw during his presidential campaign in Butler, Pennsylvania. But now this incident here is raising questions about security precautions at this annual event, particularly as President Trump says he hopes to see it rescheduled in the near future, Terry.
Jackie, thank you so much for that report. And the president also, we heard from him in that late night news conference praising law enforcement, but also at the same time suggesting that building wasn't fully secure. As we mentioned before, he does want that ballroom to be built at the White House. But you went through security at this event last night. There's been so much talk about this on social media, but you passed through those security checkpoints. What was it actually like?
Yeah, and so you mentioned President Trump now kind of using this to underscore, in his view, the need for this ballroom, saying that would be a more secure event, a venue for an event like this. Speaking from my experience, there was, of course, a lot of law enforcement on the scene, several agencies. Our tickets were checked at multiple different points, outside, inside. We went through metal detectors. My bag was checked, as were others. But one of the points that the president is making here, and this is true, is that during this event, the hotel was operating as a normal hotel. And that's one of the concerns that he is raising here, that the people that were otherwise staying there may not have been fully vetted. Authorities saying that this individual that is their suspect was a guest at the hotel, they believe. And so certainly there'll be more questions about that, how exactly this person was even able to get anywhere close to that ballroom with so many high-ranking officials present. But I will say we're all so thankful for the swift response that we saw from law enforcement last night, Terry, that likely saved a number of lives.
All right, Jackie DeFusco reporting live for us from Washington, D.C. this morning. Jackie, we're glad that you're safe, and we so appreciate you spending some time with us this morning. There is still much more to come today on Total Maine. All 5 Democratic candidates in the running for governor. Our Commitment 2026 coverage continues as political reporter Jackie Mundry introduces us to the full field, plus analysis from our In the Arena panel. And our coverage of last night's shooting continues as well. New details on the suspect, what we're learning. That's when this special hour-long live edition of Total Maine continues. Stay with us.